Hey there. So, didn't put up a video last night. I was didn't have enough time really. So I unloaded this morning after I got to what was the name of that? Higginsville, I think that's the name of it, Michigan. Got there about 11:30 last night, and then so I unloaded there this morning, and then after that, after the break, the break was finished, then I went to Kalamazoo. Well, actually, that's where I picked the load up at, but I had to go past Kalamazoo to, about 12 miles from on west of Kalamazoo on Interstate 94 to this little, some little town where there was a place where I could get the trailer washed out. And I kind of ended up regretting that because when I went back to Kalamazoo, they made me wait until the trailer dried out. So I would have probably been better off, even though my Qualcomm said, hey, you better get the trailer washed out. We highly suggest you wash the trailer out. I would have been better off not washing the trailer out, and then I could have probably just swept it out, and that would have probably been good enough. But so anyway, after the trailer was got the trailer dried to their satisfaction, that took about, I don't know, a couple hours anyway, and then it took them an hour or more after that to load it. So it was about 5:30 Eastern time when I got out of there, and so this load that I'm on right now goes to Omaha, and it's a drop and hook in Omaha, so I should get there to Omaha sometime, I don't know, probably around 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It just kind of depends on when I leave here. And where's here? Well, I've stopped at Walcott, Iowa, at the world's largest truck stop. At least that's what they bill themselves as. And so, found a place to park, and so shouldn't have any trouble at all going to sleep tonight, because I don't know. The night before, I kind of slept in the day. I drove all night the one night, and then I slept in the daytime. And then I slept, that was yesterday, so then I was able to sleep some last night. Of course, I had to set my alarm, but I got enough sleep, and so I was, felt fine all day today. But I should be able to, when I sleep tonight, should be able to kind of catch up on my sleep. But some people have a terrible time flipping their schedule around, and for some reason, I usually don't have too much trouble. I can kind of switch my schedule around. As far as sleeping schedule goes, I can flip it around pretty easily, and the only time I can get a little bit into not really trouble, but where it becomes unpleasant is if I really mess my sleep schedule up, then I can end up with a kind of a pre-migraine event. I've only ever actually had one real migraine headache. That was years ago, and I figured out that it was because I was working in this place where they had free coffee, and I was just drinking. Normally I just, I never drink coffee. Just didn't really appeal to me, but they had free coffee, and boy, I was just drinking it up a storm, and and I ended up with like a real migraine headache. Now, what a pre-migraine event is, if you've never had it, is like you get these, I don't know, it's kind of like a flashing thing that travels across your field of vision. It can start in the center. It, usually you can start on one side and go all the way to the other, and it usually takes about 20 minutes, and then that stops, and then immediately afterwards, I'll get this mild throbbing headache that might go on for 2 days, you know, and then it'll finally go away. And it's always very mild. I can take aspirin or something, and then it, you know, don't even notice that it's there. But so I'm pretty fortunate in that regard. But I figured out that coffee can trigger it. I don't know what it is about the coffee. It's not the caffeine, because I can drink tea by the gallons and no problem. But coffee is a trigger, and then also chocolate can trigger it. Now I can eat a little bit of chocolate and not have a problem, but if, you know, sometimes, like if I ate a chocolate bar, you know, there's about I'd say a 50-50 chance that it's going to trigger a pre-migraine event, and then I'd have a mild throbbing headache afterwards. But usually the only other trigger, like I say, is if I really mess my sleep pattern up, that can do it. Now, it hasn't happened in the past, you know, in the past day or two, so so far so good. You know, generally speaking, I never have those. It's pretty rare that I would have it. There's times where I'll actually wake up with a mild throbbing headache, you know, and that tells me that you know, the pre-migraine event happened, and, you know, I was sleeping when it happened and wasn't aware of it. But doesn't happen very often. It's pretty rare. You know, I can go months and, you know, without it happening. Anyway, so from Walcott, Iowa, talk to you later.